Hi Pisces, this will be a general 6-card spread. Okay, you've had a card fall out. The card is the Hierophant. The Chariot. The Knight of Swords. Three of Pentacles. The Wheel of Fortune. And the Nine of Cups. Very nice, Pisces. Starting off with the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a card of major decision. It is a card of important things happening around you. In relationships, this could indicate that there's marriage, talks of marriage, marriage coming up, an engagement, perhaps renewing wedding vows, perhaps attending an engagement, a wedding. Someone might be getting married around you. It could be an earth sign. Some of you might have a Taurus in particular, a Cancer that is around you that you're talking about marriage with, that you're wanting commitment from. And the Hierophant indicates that this is possibly coming in for you, Pisces. Maybe you're hearing news about, I see you meeting with someone face to face in the cards here with the Three of Pentacles. So it could be that you're meeting someone, could be a Taurus, could be a Cancer, or another earth sign that is reaching out to you, wanting to gain in contact with you. But this is marriage plans. This is big decisions that are being made in relationships with the Hierophant here. This is about maybe pursuing someone that you've admired from afar, or someone that's admired you from afar will be pursuing you this month. So you're attracting a lot of attention, perhaps romantically, Pisces. So maybe this is the time to get out and about. If you are single, if you are sitting at home wanting love and romance, maybe this is the month to get out there and put yourself out there, because fated things are happening. The Wheel of Fortune, fated people, places, events, circumstances could certainly be coming about. For some, I really feel like there's someone admiring you from afar, someone that's noticing you and how attracted they are to you. This could be a new person, a new relationship coming in, someone that's quite spiritual or religious. You might meet them at a church, at a museum, at a function where you are there for a purpose, for a person, a gala night even. But for those in relationships, it's planning partnerships, it's planning marriage and engagement, it's solidifying commitment here. In terms of work, I feel like you might be, a big decision will fall on you, or will fall on your shoulders. A lot of responsibility, a big decision. Someone will want your judgment call on something, and it's major. It's not minor, because you have the Chariot card, you have the Wheel of Fortune, you also have the Three of Pentacles. This indicates it's negotiation, or it's judgment, it's conversation over money, direction, money with the Pentacles, funds, etc. Direction of a business maybe with the Chariot card, or direction of a role as well here. Big decisions. There could be a review coming up in the work front as well. Either if you have your own business, there could be a review of your product or service. If you're an employer, you might be an employee, or an employer, you might be approaching your third, 6th, 12-month probation period, and this needs to be discussed. There's also opportunity for you to be in the spotlight in terms of work, as indicated by the Chariot and the Hierophant. So I think there's prominence that's coming for you, Pisces. Slowly but surely, it's coming, and you're going to be placed on this pedestal. And it could be anything. It could be that you might be put on the spot at a business meeting. It could be that you might be included in a commercial for the company you work for. It could be a variety of things, because the Chariot is a card of fame. It is a card of notoriety, being placed in the spotlight, people noticing you for your talents, for your skills, you being the driver of your own success. This is also progression and movement forward. So you're moving forward with something, Pisces, with the job, with the position, with a role. It could be that you're moving on from a job. I don't think so, though. The other cards indicate, stability, commitment. But the Chariot card here could be this prominent Cancer around you. Maybe this is in the work front. This Cancer is your boss, or they're helping you in some way, or they're helping you move forward, or you're helping their business move forward, or their company. For some, there's elevation and progression. You being seen in a different light, Pisces. You being seen as someone who can really take over the business, take over the role, take over the department. You're starting to be seen more and more as a leader, as a source of inspiration. With the Chariot card here. The black and white sphinxes are indicative of balance. Maybe there is a lack of balance, or you're starting to implement balance in your working lives and your relationships, or in work if you're juggling a lot of tasks. Maybe you're jumping over those obstacles and finally getting into a space where you are quite balanced and things work quite harmoniously with each other. The next card over is the Knight of Swords. This could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius around you. There's a sense of urgency around this person and you. Maybe you're in a relationship and there's a sense of urgency. There's a time limit placed on the two of you, or a time restriction. This is anxious energy, someone wanting to move forward impulsively. This could be you, Pisces. In terms of work, maybe creating a name for yourself with the Hierophant and the Chariot. In terms of work, maybe work tasks or creative tasks. There's a sense of urgency that is around you. I'm not sure if you're pressed for time because you have a certain deadline coming in. Say, for example, maybe there's a collaborator that's wanting to come in, maybe at the end of the year. Maybe you know they're coming next year. And there's a sense of urgency for you to finish something so you can show them. But there's rushing and urgency and the need to press forward quite quickly. It might be that you have to think on the spot fairly quickly. You might have to come up with solutions very quickly this month. With the Knight of Swords, there could also be a sense of urgency around an air sign. If you have a sibling air sign, a relationship partner air sign, maybe they're rushing out or to do something or to get something, and you're really feeling that. You're really preoccupied with that, maybe with the Knight of Swords. In terms of relationships, I feel as though some of you are wanting to press forward quite quickly. Maybe you're wanting marriage with the Hierophant quite quickly, or maybe you want to purchase a home with the Three of Pentacles here. But I feel that there's this need to do it and do it now. So there could be a certain window of opportunity this month where you'll have to take the opportunity as soon as it comes about. There could be a message to this. There could be an underlying reason why there's a sense of urgency, or you may be pressed for time. Maybe time is of the essence this month. For some, it feels like you might be in a relationship that's quite early in its stages, yet you're already talking about marriage, and you might find that things are moving exceptionally fast. Because the Three of Pentacles is negotiations. It's in relationships, it's dating, it's planning your future, planning your finances, planning your direction. How you're going to move forward, what home you'd like to buy, where you'd like to live together, moving in together maybe. This is discussions and negotiations and planning. And it's, as I said, it's something very important, something very dear to you. It could be in a work or a business aspect as well. The Three of Pentacles, we see this man negotiating with these other men, showing off his product, his service here in this building. It could be that there's an interview or an important meeting that's coming up where you might be put on the spot, or your opinion is going to really sway the direction of your boss, the direction of the company, of how people perceive you. It could be a discussion of salary, of pay, especially if you are coming up to a review of some kind. The Three of Pentacles is sort of this, it could be you pitching a product or service. You might be driving out with a Chariot that's all about mobility and movement. You might be driving out to certain places, advertising. This month could definitely be one that's filled with negotiating, pitching a product, trying to sell a product. advertise a product, discuss finances. At certain buildings here with the Three of Pentacles, sorry. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune. This is a beautiful card. Things are on the up and up, Pisces. It's almost like you're on your way to fame. You're on your way to recognition. You're on your way to receiving that promotion. And there's urgency here. You want to be where you see yourself. In your mind, where you see yourself, you want to be there already. You want to have that already. It takes time, but the Wheel of Fortune is reminding you that great things are in store for you, Pisces. You just need to be patient. Your wishes will be fulfilled. You have the Nine of Cups. This is the wish card, the dream card. For some, it's almost like a dream come true. You might be meeting someone or in a relationship with someone that wants to get married, wants the same things as you. Maybe they're really career-driven, very money-driven as well. There's commonality here between the two of you, possibly. It's someone that you've wished for or something that you've wished for in a relationship. Maybe it's buying a home. Maybe it's visiting, a church to plan a wedding, to plan an engagement. It could be an important meeting for your creative pursuits as well that's coming in here. But I definitely feel this Knight of Swords is dominating you career-wise, creatively, or in your relationships. There's a sense of urgency to get married, to get coupled up, to move, to join finances. It will happen. I think you just need to give it time. Because you can see the Knight of Swords, he's sort of racing towards the Chariot and the Hierophant, who are very prominent figures that have fame and respect and are very well revered, that are experts in their field, that are able to dominate and give a lot of authority on an issue, on a topic, on a role, on a job. Important discussions that are happening though, definitely. Whether it's in relationships with the Three of Pentacles, it's happening in the physical. So you're physically sitting down with someone saying, this is what I want. How are we going to do this? I want to move forward. And it could be that maybe you're rushing things. Maybe you're currently with someone who you can see in your long-term potential, your long-term future, whether it be an employer, a company, a partner, a spouse. But for some reason, there's a need to have this important conversation. It could be an earth sign that might be reaching out to you, or another sign that will be reaching out to you, because the Three of Pentacles is, they're wanting to negotiate. They want to know either where you're at, how you're feeling, where perhaps this relationship is going. I think for the most part, a lot of you are very happy in your relationships. And for those that aren't, there's a sense of urgency. Time is of the essence for you to leave with the Knight of Swords, if that's what you're wanting to do, if that's what, your heart is telling you to do. If you're in business or you're hiring a stall at a convention or a conference of some kind, I feel as though you'll be placed in a position that's very, that has a lot of foot traffic, that a lot of people will see. A lot of people will see you. A lot of people are looking towards you. This could be on social media as well with the Chariot and the Hierophant. But good fortune is coming. It could also be that some of you are going to a bank or a financial institution with the Three of Pentacles, wanting to fund a dream, wanting to fund a movie maybe, wanting to film and fund a movie, wanting to fund a family home or a holiday maybe, a car even. This could certainly take place. Pisces, relationships. Okay, the Knave of Wands has come up. Now, the Knave of Wands is a message of intensity in this deck. It's cordiality, it's action, adventure, yes, but it really is intensity in relationships. Now, this could be sexual intensity. This could be intensity is that the relationship becomes stronger. There could be intensity because there's certain pressures placed on you by a fellow partner, a sibling, any friendships or relationships you have around you. It shows that there's someone maybe pressuring you a little bit, Pisces. It could be someone that wants marriage. We do have the Hierophant. This person does want their happily ever after with you. They want to share it with you, Pisces. So there's a certain intensity that will arise this month. It could come in the form of pressure as well, though, because the Wands rules action and movement. It could be that someone is pressuring you right now, Pisces, to maybe marry, to exclusify your relationship. So this could come up, and it's not always the easiest thing to deal with, Pisces. I mean, you can be fickle, you can change your mind, and you need to feel your way through this person. This might even scare you in some ways. But in others, it might prompt you in the right direction. It may prompt you to give that title to your relationship that you're exclusive, to get down on bended knee and propose or receive a proposal. I think there's a certain intensity that will come to head, will drive the relationship forward in one aspect. The only thing I would say as a precursor here is that the Knight of Swords is here, which indicates that, that this urgency, this pressing may throw you off a little bit. This could be possible. It can speak of a journey and a trip though as well, action and adventure. Maybe you might find new adventures with your loved one this month. Or maybe you might feel that you're limited or you're restricted to spend time with your loved one. And this is where these serious conversations with the Three of Pentacles may come about. Because someone around you may feel that there's not enough intensity or there's too much intensity in the relationship. If you're single, you might find that you have a very intense connection with someone that you meet. You might meet them very briefly though with the Knight of Swords. This could all unfold very, very quickly, and you don't have enough time to explore this. So you may be asking them out on a date. The Three of Pentacles is face-to-face interaction, communication, flirting, banter. So you may be seeing this person again. Not all is lost. You could be reaching out to them via social media here with the Hierophant. As I said in the general reading, admiring from afar. Okay, so the Five of Swords has come out in your relationships. The Five of Swords is much like the Five of Swords in the Rider-Waite deck. It's walking away, it's smugness, disgrace, or maybe even defeat. Some of you might want to step away from a relationship because maybe it is becoming too intense, as I said. Some of you will be walking away from a relationship, perhaps coming back together later in life for marriage or marrying someone else. There is walking away, there is leaving something behind here with the Five of Swords. This doesn't have to be in love relationships. It can be relationships with siblings or with friends. You might have a friend that's departing, that's moving away from you. There's an exodus of some kind though happening within your friendships, love relationships, acquaintances, colleagues, etc. Someone is leaving something behind, and there's an air sign here. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. They feel defeated maybe. Or you feel defeated. Or disgraced. Or maybe it's you're walking away from disgrace and you're rushing yourself because you want that happily ever after, you want that union, and maybe you're just so focused on being somewhat impulsive with the Knight of Swords and pressing forward because you have been disgraced. Maybe there's memories of this, or there's talk of this. of a person that made you feel defeated, or there was disharmony, a previous relationship maybe with the Five of Swords. And you've had to walk away from that. For some of you, there could be a break in terms of relationships that comes up this month. And it will give you time to reflect. And from this break, you will learn if you want to be with this person, if they are part of your happily ever after or not. So, as I said, the Three of Pentacles, it could be ultimatums as well, because the Knight of Swords is here regarding urgency. But for some, you're walking away from a single lifestyle and you're entering commitment. Definitely. Okay, you have the King of Pentacles. This is a strong Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, the King of Pentacles. This is someone of high status, of wealth. That's someone that's established. This can also be a large asset that's coming in. So for some of you, a large sum of money, a family home. It could be a car. You might be buying a new car, will be prominent for you. For others, you will be meeting an earth sign, particularly in Taurus. It's come up twice now. And you can see they sit on top of each other here. An earth sign that's coming in, Pisces, that wants your commitment, wants your love, wants marriage. And I think this will be reciprocated for a lot of you, and you will see these qualities, these marriage qualities and life partner qualities in this person here. In particular, an earth sign. There's a lot of wealth that someone is bringing to the relationship. And not only material wealth, but a wealth of love and abundance. It's sort of like a plentiful, an aura of something being quite plentiful. So some of you female Pisceans out there, you're meeting your king this month, a King of Pentacles. And you'll want to rush to see him and hear from him and be with him. If you're a male, then maybe you've got an earth sign female, a Cancer, that's fated to come in around you, and that things will improve. Things will be going on the up and up in your relationships with each other. Let's have a look at your career and creative pursuits, Pisces. The Five of Chalices in your career. Five of Chalices, the Eye of Horus. It's protection, natural order, guardianship. There's someone overlooking your work this month, Pisces, in a good way. It's natural order, bringing balance back. If there hasn't been that sense of balance in the work front, I feel, or in the company, the corporation, the role, I feel like this has happened. Order will be restored. Again, it's all about this balance. We see the black and white sphinxes. There's order that's coming too, or there's an urgency to bring order to the company. Natural order, structure, strategy, delegation, tasks, sales, quotas that need to be met. But I think things are improving on the job front. The Wheel of Fortune, something's coming to a full circle or a full cycle. Something that you've been wishing for. Maybe you've been wishing and wanting the structure of a company or the smooth running of a store. And this could very well be coming about. The need for natural order. Maybe the need for protection as well. Maybe you need to protect yourself in the work front. I mean, you do have the Three of Pentacles. This is discussion of services, product, and finances. There could be someone that wants to pull the wool over your eyes, perhaps be a little bit insincere. Someone that's out of that order, that is somewhat chaotic, might be coming in around you at work. It could be a colleague, a superior. Maybe they're going through this phase, and this is something you need to discuss and address together. They're impulsive. You might have to talk them out of an impulsive decision with the Knight of Swords here. You might have to be their saving grace, Pisces. Okay, the Knight of Chalices. The Knight of Chalices is an offer. It's a gift, a close friend, maybe a lover, but it's an offer of something quite emotional. There's a big decision that needs to be made, Pisces, in terms of work, with a client maybe. You could get quite emotional over a client this month, or you may find that you'll become quite overwhelmed with your tasks or with what you have to do, or being in this seat of power or authority. You might struggle here a little bit, but things will move on the up and up. Things will improve. Things will go smoothly again. You have the Nine of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune. There could be a gift coming to you. Maybe it's because you will restore natural order. There is a gift, there is a prize at the end of this. There is something you will achieve. You will get something out of it, Pisces. Whether it is notoriety, an award, a mention, pentacles in the form of finances, a bonus of some kind. With that Knight of Chalices. But it's movement forward. We can see this knight, he's moving forward quite quickly here, he's galloping. The Chariot, this is all about movement and progression. So you'll have to carry on. There could be something that gets you quite emotional at work this month, but you'll have to press forward. And maybe you have to be impulsive, or maybe you impulsively say or do something, and then, you know, it gets you emotional, it gets you a little bit upset, and you might think to yourself, well, why am I doing this? Or why did I do that? Or how did I gain from this, from doing this? Okay, the Strength card, resilience, needing strength at work. I feel a lot of things will fall on your shoulders this month, Pisces. And maybe they're giving you strength, support, encouragement. You'll have to step up, definitely, Pisces. You'll have to step up and say things, do things, take initiative, be proactive this month. You have the Strength card. You need the strength of a lion. You need to lead from the front. There can be hurdles and obstacles this month in career, yes, and you will have to overcome them. And I think you will. And should you, as I said, you'll take something from this. You'll learn something from it. And you'll be able to use that again. You might be addressing very important people or colleagues or bosses, higher up bosses maybe this month, and addressing them for one reason or another, addressing them on finances, on company structure, on your position. But it's you that will have to summon the strength to do this, summon the strength, the resilience, the strength to restore this natural order. In the company, in the business, in your career and creative pursuits. It's having resilience, working towards what you know is meant for you, Pisces. You know what's meant in your future with the Wheel of Fortune. And you know you cannot stray from it. You cannot deny it. But you might need to push something out sooner rather than later to get what it is you're seeking. Okay, the King of Wands speaks of action. This is general messages, these two cards. There could be a trip coming up this month with the King of Wands. A fire sign around you, Aries, Sagittarius or Leo, that you'll be spending quite a bit of time with. receiving guidance from a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. Maybe this person is offering you adventure. Maybe they want you to come on a trip with them. But it's help, it's maturity within this deck. Approaching maturity. Or maturing to restore natural order. To have strength and resilience. With the King of Wands. King of Wands faces the King of Pentacles though. So important people are around you. A lot of people might figure quite prominently. This is in your work relationships maybe. There's support and encouragement coming from this fire sign. Maybe the gift is from a fire sign. Secret admirer maybe. Or a reward for your hard work, your resilience. Let's see, one more card. The Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is, three's a crowd, conflict, options, division, uncertainty. You could be quite divided. You have the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. So you could be divided in something, in a conversation. You could be conflicted with choices in terms of love in a conversation. Options are around you and not being certain about which options to take, Pisces, with the Three of Swords. One option is more enticing than the others though. One sits in the middle and it's up the top. So there's something, there's a hierarchy either coming into place in work, in relationships, and moving out of this. Moving out of this and restoring natural order. There's conflict and natural order, so there's duality here. You're all about duality. You are the fish, you are fickle, you can change your mind, you can change your swimming direction at any moment, and it's showing that there could be a possible division here in terms of thought and direction between relationships or work ventures as well. So I do wish you all the best, Pisces.